Much warmer today at +3 Celsius. Got some wind, and as I'm wanting to fly my drone today, that will make the flying a little interesting, because I'm fairly certain the winds will be a little higher, 50 or 100 feet up in the air. I've got a Maverick Mini that I'll be flying, and I'll try to overfly most of the area if I can. It really depends on the wind today. But as you can see, snow's starting to melt. There's some patchy areas out here now, and you can see the grass. But the area is still pretty much covered with snow, and at times you do break through it. Break through that hard crust, and you'll go knee deep. The snow is pretty deep in some areas. All right, I'm gonna get the Maverick Mini ready to fly. Boy, it's a very nice day today. Lots of sun. I think it's sitting now probably close to +5 Celsius. Only thing is it's windy. It's always windy, so I couldn't fly the drone as long as I wanted to. The winds, you know, up there 50 feet, 100 feet up, really blowing. Pretty high winds up there. And I was getting warnings on the drone that I should maybe bring it down lower and bring it back to its home point. So, but I managed to get some good drone footage. I think I got some good video. I'm gonna head to my Stealth Revolver 360 camera right now. I want to trim away some branches so I get some better video and pictures from that particular camera. So that's where I'm off to now. Sinking anywhere from ankle, well, if I'm lucky I don't sink at all into the snow, but I'm usually ankle, mid-calf, and every once in a while I hit a deep spot and I'm up to my almost up to my knees in the snow. Now that it's melting, the upper crust of the snow is not quite as strong anymore, so without snowshoes, yeah, you definitely break through the snow. Trying to follow my same path in that I usually take. It's a little easier that way, but I wish I wouldn't be breaking through this crust all the time. Almost there. It's the calm before the storm. Believe it or not, we have 62 centimeters of snow forecasted for the weekend. So that's just unbelievable. So that's why I decided to get out here and take advantage of the nice weather today. Check up on this 360 here, clear away some branches so that it has a better view in certain sections. the camera, and also to fly the drone. Unfortunately, the winds were a little high, so I couldn't fly as long as I wanted to, and as I couldn't fly over as much of the area. But I still got some nice video footage of the area here. So hopefully next time I'm out, it won't be as windy, and I'll try to fly over the part that I haven't flown over yet. The Stealth Revolver 360 is a phenomenal camera. It really is something else, being able to take pictures 360 degrees, and the options that you can set up in the camera on, where you want it to take pictures, whether it's a 180-degree arc, or if you want, it has 6 sections that it covers, so you could tell it that you want sections 1, 3, and 6 covered only. So if the motion sensor is tripped on one of those sections, the camera will immediately then swing to that section and take either a burst of pictures, or one picture or a video, depending on what you set the camera up to do. So that 360, that Revolver 360, really is a pretty neat camera. Only one thing that I'm noticing right now with the camera is that sometimes there's a section or two of the camera that the lens cover is foggy. It doesn't last long. It's normally first thing in the morning, and within a couple of hours that fogginess is gone. And like I said, sometimes it's one section, sometimes it's two, but so far it's never been the entire camera, which is good. And to be honest, with this particular camera, luckily the sections that are fogging up are not really sections I'm all too worried about. They're pointing over here and over that way, and I'm more concerned about what comes out of the bush behind me. So that's the only unfortunate thing. I don't know why that is, and I'm going to contact Stealth and just find out what's going on with that and why that's happening. I believe they may have even upgraded the camera to address that particular issue, but I'll have to find that out. Banana bread and tea on a beautiful day like this. It's a nice way to spend a few minutes relaxing. I'll go into the bush here quickly and see if I can find any sheds. Maybe I get lucky and find an antler or two. I've found them here before in this area. Breaking through the crust of the snow. Sometimes you get about calf deep. And if you're really unlucky, as I was a couple of times, right up to my knee. All right. Watch my footing here. So I've got two cameras in here. I've got a Spy Point Flex, which is a cellular camera, and then I've got an older stealth camera in here, which is covering a licking stick that I put up. Always pretty neat to get the pictures of the deer playing around with that licking stick, especially if there's some bucks playing with it with their antlers. Yeah, it's really pretty in here. Really nice. All right, let's walk towards my Spy Point Flex camera, and then we'll hang a left towards my older stealth that is covering that licking stick. That Spy Point Flex should be taking pictures of me right now. It's directly to my front, not even 10 yards. There's the Spy Point Flex I was talking about. And this is a trail that is well used. And that's why I've got that Spy Point trail camera there. So as they come, the deer either come into this trail or as they come out, the camera gets them. I get some nice pictures. All right, we're coming up to that licking stick. I'll turn the camera around so you can see it. Here's the licking stick. Got it suspended using some paracord. And the does and the bucks like to play with it. And so do the elk when they come through here. There's a few different trails that come through here and they intersect pretty much where I'm standing. And that's why I thought it would be a great place to put this licking stick. And yeah, you betcha, it is a good spot. And the camera, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's right there in that tree. Boy, the squirrels have been busy. Look at all that. That's all the husks from all the pine cones that the squirrels have been eating throughout the winter. There's more. Don't really see any fresh tracks. Plenty of trails here. Oh no, there's some fresh tracks. This particular area, I found a couple of sheds last year here. And I had some guys walking past my two cameras there, and I saw that they had antlers in their hands as well. So this appears to be a popular spot to come looking for sheds for antlers. So I've been walking the edge of the bush here, hoping I might see a shed, an antler lying on the ground, especially because on the edge here, the snow has been melting or is melting. There's larger areas clear of snow, and I was hoping I might see something, but no luck so far. All right, I'm gonna make my way back to my sled. I'll quickly show you how deep the snow is in some areas, and without snowshoes, it's a little harder walking through here. So there you go. Those are my steps. And that's about 12 inches down. Snow is really wet now. And the upper crust is no longer, so let's just break right through. All right. I'm gonna make my way back to my sled now. I decided to take a different route out. I'm gonna walk by where I normally set up a blind during deer season, and I found some sheds over at that end last year, so I figured why not. On my way out back to the truck, I'll walk by that area and have a quick look, and maybe I get lucky and find something. But I think right now I think I'm gonna have to wait for a couple more weeks for the snow to melt a little more, and then maybe maybe I'll find something. But I think probably most of the sheds are still covered up by snow. All right, I'm gonna keep making my way back to the truck now. Sure is a nice day. Wow. I almost feel overdressed, and all I've got on is a fleece and sort of a windbreaker shell, and I'm smoking hot. Of course, pulling a sled and walking through snow that keeps going up to my my mid calf or even up to the knee every once in a while. Sure is good exercise. All right, I'll check in with you a little later. All right, look at that. That's how far I'm going in to the snow. Crazy. That's all the way up my calf. Oh, I'm down there a good 12 inches or more, 14 inches into the snow. Gonna be a good workout. Whoa! All right. Well, that was a hole. Well, I just fell, and I got one knee all the way down into the snow, right up to my hip, and the other one is, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see here. No, maybe not. Hang tight. Damn it. That was a good wipeout. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get up without rolling over the snow and somehow pushing myself up. The snow is so soft, your hand, you know, it'll just go straight down to the ground, and that was about 14-16 inches deep. I was up to my hip when I fell onto my knee. All right. Good thing I got out, and good thing I had the rifle. It made it a little easier using it as a crutch to push myself up and out of the hole. Okay, I'm carrying on. I need a break after that. That last little bit was knee deep for, oh, I don't know, maybe 50 yards or so. I should have stuck to my original route. This is actually this is my route into my hunting blind. It's set up about 100 yards in. But damn, this snow is deep. And the wind just blows through here, through this part here, so you got some serious drifts, and hence why it's so deep. Almost back to the truck. No sheds, too bad. Didn't find anything. I think most of them are all covered up still with snow. I think it's pure luck if I found something right now with the amount of snow that's out here still. And we got 62 centimeters coming this weekend. I still can't believe that. This is my new bino case. I have a Sig Sauer. This is a Sig Sauer binocular. It's a Kilo 3000, so it has it's a laser rangefinder as well. So laser rangefinder binoculars, super nice. Extremely happy with these. Let's see here. These are 10 by 42. Anyhow, I wanted to replace the Sig Sauer chest harness that came with the binos. I wanted something that had a few extra pockets so I could put some other things in here, like a Leatherman, some paracord, lighter, a few other things like that, so that when I'm gone from the sled, for instance, I've got some emergency gear in my bino case. So like I said, Leatherman, although I always have a Leatherman on my hip, and I've got my big fixed blade knife, survival knife as well on my hip. But just the same, it's always good to have a few extra things. Like I've got a whistle in here, so there's a whistle, and I've got some orange duct tape. Can use that for marking trees, for instance, or something if I want to mark my trail. Got my whistle. What else I got in here? I've got a Leatherman, and I've also got a Swiss Army knife. Never have enough knives. You should always have a multiple source to be able to make fire. So I've got a lighter, matches, and I also have a magnesium rod, so I can start a fire with that if I had to. Paracord in here as well. And what else I got in here? Oh, got a pair of gloves as well. The palms are rubber. Flashlight in here as well, small one. So it's always good to have some gear on you when you leave your main gear behind for whatever reason. Although I try not to be separated from my sled too often. All right, just about finished the tea. Got to make my way back to the truck. I got a little bit of deep snow ahead of me here still, till I get to the main trail. Talk to you back at the truck. Finally made it back. Boy, it was a workout. Oh, the last 200 meters was a slog, and just before that I was going through some snow, I guess 50 meters in distance. It was right up to my knee, above my knee at times. Anyhow, my plan on taking a different route back to the truck was a mistake. Well, that's it for the afternoon. It was a great afternoon, beautiful weather. Winds were a little high, so I couldn't keep the drone up in the air as long as I wanted to, but I still got some good video and pictures, aerial pictures with that drone, so I'm happy about that. Cleared away some branches from my Stealth Revolver 360, so now 5 of the 6 zones I've got clear views of the areas that they're covering. So again, another good thing there. And I did go shed hunting, but I didn't find any antlers. There's still too much snow. I think we'll need a few more weeks for the snow to melt, and maybe some of the sheds will start poking through the snow, and maybe I'll have a chance to find some. Another good reason to get out again. So get out, do something, enjoy the outdoors. Until next time.